You cannot possibly know, for I could never express how grateful I am to have this very moment in time to borrow somebody's lips and voice box to speak to you what I could not otherwise. And so I am absolutely deeply indebted to you having the generosity to bring this opportunity in this way and to deeply listen to what it is I wish to say. I hope I will not disappoint you. I am going to carefully select what I choose for my words and my language because they have never been more important as they are right now. My darling, I will tell you that I select the word bastard very carefully among the many, many words that I have to select as it relates to me. I am going to identify that phase of my life, the end phase of my life as just that, the bastard phase. And as such, I hope that it makes you smile if it can, or giggle a little bit, or roll your eyes in agreement, or maybe even add some of your own stronger words to the list if you wish. But I have to tell you that I came from such deep fear. I cannot even try to impart to you what that is like. If you can imagine feeling like a caged animal that is feeling like the insides of its body is exploding and catching fire and oh my goodness, wow, then I will tell you, you have touched on just a bit of what I was experiencing. There was a story, a narrative that I had running for quite a long time that said that I would achieve a certain milestone in my life, and I would not let go until I had achieved it. Now, it was not a singular goal. It was like a goal with a lot of sub goals connected to it, attached to it. And by golly, I was not wanting to let go until I had achieved it. And by golly, I did not. I did not get there. And so I will tell you, nothing made me more incensed than knowing that. I sensed it for quite a while, even before you could say that the illness took hold. And so I fought it. I fought it tooth and nail. I fought it with every fiber of my being. And this is what fighting looks like when someone is in fear, when someone recognizes that they are going to have their experience cut short, not by their own choosing, and the unfairness of it and the anguish of it are just, well, I don't have the words here. I will not try to fill in the blanks. So you have an apology coming to you, and here I fear yet again I will fall quite short. But I am deeply, deeply, deeply regretful and sorry that I did not allow for this to be a re- restorative experience for us, for it could have been. And what if we could go back? I know we cannot, just indulge me for a moment. What if we could go back and redo certain memories? So when I was literally spitting out toxic everything at you, what if we could see me sipping that back into my beingness and simply exhaling? What if we could turn some of my words into just air, just the sound, the white noise sound of an exhalation? What if we could? I know we cannot. What if we could though? What if we could decide that? What if we could undo that? What if you could? Because you are the magician here. This is something I have always appreciated about you. You have been able to make things appear out of thin air, quite literally, simply by thinking about them. You are able to magically heal others. You are able to magically create something out of nothing. It is incredible to me to see how, especially now, you are able to be of a powerful showing up to life at large. And it is large, isn't it? Especially now, so very large. And so I'm going to challenge you with something, and you might think this cocky on my part, but I will go with it anyways. I'm going to challenge you to be better than me. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it. Do you know what that would require of you? It would require of you to be so loving of yourself and so trusting of yourself that even when that small part of your mind that happens to have the bullhorn says to you, you can't, you can't, you can't, not enough, not enough, not enough, you're not ready, you don't know enough, you aren't enough, etc. Even when that small voice says that, that you go ahead and freaking do it anyways. That's what I'm going to ask you to do, that you go ahead and rise to it and go beyond it. Because here's the thing, you have a couple options. One is to do what I've just described, and the other is to be more like me. And there's not a whole lot of gray area in between, I'm sorry to say, just in case you thought you were going to walk the middle path. You're not. It's going to be one or the other. So use me as your example. I do not mind at all. Use me as a very bad example of how to unfold one's end of life experience in a very toxic, caustic, irritable, grumpy, fear-filled way. Use it and learn from it. If nothing else, let that be my gift to you. By the way, you are correct. You are my favorite.